Jeremy here, Jeeps Unlimited, 303-666-9020, partsbreakers.com. You can view this tub and others like it. We, as you can see, still pulling stuff on this guy. Pull everything on these tubs. Everything you see is what you get unless I tell you that it's not included. And therefore, those items are available usually because we've listed them separately. 02 to 06, this came off of a 2005. It will bolt on from an 02 to 06. You can actually bolt it on to 97 to 01. There are some differences on the firewall versus doing it that way. Just call me. Usually I have something available. Sometimes these are getting harder and harder to get. This is a grade A tub. Very, very clean. No rust, no rot. Torque pockets on the bottom are beautiful. I'll show you that here in a second. It's got some stickers on it. But otherwise, very, very clean. Floorboards are solid. As you can see there's some water. I just washed it. Rear, driver's side, passenger front, and passenger rear. Cargo area, wheel wells. Okay, sides under the rocker, driver's side clean. Got a little bit of oxidation there, just where the paint's kind of rubbed off on that fender flare. Corner, perfect. Driver's side, underneath rocker of tailgate, perfect. It's got a little ding, I should say, right there on the corner of the passenger side. Coming around, same kind of wear, where that fender flare kind of wear through the paint there. Just oxidized metal. These little muck things are sold separately. Like literally, we part them out of the nuts and bolts. Mainly because we buy these things running and driving. They're not wrecked Jeeps like a lot of salvage yards do. And therefore we get really clean tubs. I clean that side and then completely forgot to clean this side. But as you can see, nice clean paint underneath. Cowl area, nice and clean. This is obviously where your windshield frame goes. No rust there. Let me lift her in the air and show you what I always say is the most important part of a tub swap, which is the underside. It makes it a night and day difference and a lot cheaper if you're having somebody else do the work. And if you're doing it the work yourself, it still makes it easier because the torque pockets are what are very hard to do. They're very expensive to find replacements for. Usually have to find somebody who's willing to cut a tub. And we do that in the case that we buy a tub that has some top damage that is more extensive than fixing, but it's not very common. Oh, what happened? There we go. And then even then, you know, it's super difficult to do. So front body bushing to frame. This is your very front one, okay? Nice clean threads there. This is your torque pocket, this whole channel here. And it's usually what collapses and goes bad on them. Nice, clean, okay? Absolutely no cracking or prematurely failing of that torque pocket. Very, very clean there. Clean threads. That one's perfect too. No broken bolts, obviously. This goes above your gas tanks up here, and then your rear corner. That one's clean. Following it back. Perfect. That one's nice and clean. Nice and clean. These float, by the way. That's why you hear that noise. They're supposed to. Nice, clean. Again, nice and smooth. It's a little hard to see, but these are beautiful. Okay, so there's no cracking, no wear, no nothing in those. That's exactly what you should be looking for when you buy a tub. So that one's perfect too. Cool. There's your tunnel up in there, and that's nice, clean, straight. The heat shield, you get that. We'll let you have that guy. And then the back, that usually gets beat up, but that one's actually really clean too. And then of course your liners, which we gotta pull these, but they're normally covered with liners. So normally when they're rusty, you start seeing it at the seams, and you can see how beautiful this one is, nice and clean. So grade A tub here, probably the only grade A I have of this era in the whole yard, maybe that I've ever had in here for a long time. Normally they come in where they have a corner or rocker or something on them that's a little beat up. Not extensive, but something. And this one's just beautiful. So okay, questions, comments, concerns, feel free to give me a shout. 303-666-9020. Don't miss out on this next trip if you're in the Midwest, possibly East Coast, but probably just the extents of Pennsylvania, and then all the states in between, Colorado, Pennsylvania. Won't list them all, but you can go on our site. That is next week. It's a week from tomorrow that I leave, and it's a good opportunity for you to save anywhere from $500 to $1,000 on freight costs because of the crate that has to be built when we go freight. yeah, so don't miss out on that. Definitely give me a call. And if you do miss out on it, see this down the road, still give us a call. We do crate them and freight them all the time. Just it does increase the cost, and then we also make runs ourselves. So definitely something to catch when we're doing our next one. Okay, thanks a lot.